Well, it's another absolutely gorgeous bank holiday weekend. The sun's out, it's lovely and warm. I've slapped on some lovely sunscreen to protect this bloody Celtic skin of mine. Everybody's got their curses, I guess. So I'm on a local permission again today. Luckily it's only around the corner from my house. It's quite a big farm, so there's no way I've searched all of it, so you know, things always crop up. So I thought I'd grab the GoPro and take you guys along with me. I don't know what we're going to find today, so maybe there's some tips and tricks with the Equinox 800 today. We might find, I say luckily, you know, to pick out some iron. I could show you tips and tricks on how to identify big iron. To be honest, I can't remember the last time I dug any iron with the Nox. I'm hoping that the tips and tricks with the Nox, I mean, I've owned the Nox since it was launched, so I've been using it for a fair number of years. It seems like an odd thing to say, but I just feel like it talks to me. Every pop, squeak, every chirp, every grunt, I just know what it's telling me, and I'm hoping that, and here's my dilemma, that it transfers over the skills I've got, transfer over to the Manticore, because I have put my name down on the surveillance list. Yeah, hoping the skills will transfer there. Again, you know, the Nox does I just feel in the right place to learn another machine. I just feel like I want to, you know, things move on, and the Nox is still brilliant. I still don't think I'm going to part with the Nox, but I just fancy learning a new machine. So anyway, so let's without further ado, we'll go out, we'll have a bit of a hunt and see what we can find. I'm Gaz, and this is discovermetaldetecting.co.uk. Okay guys, first target in. You can hear, holy crap, on some previous videos I have mentioned before about, I've got a couple of sites, local permissions, where the power lines are, for some reason, the Nox is really playing up in multi. There we are, look, I'm right under the power lines now. I've just noise cancelled twice and it is chirping. I've dropped the sensitivity down. I might have to go down into single frequency. It is really just choppy, but I've got a signal here which has obviously come through all the chirping and the popping. So it feels like a big target actually. I don't know if it's going to be crap or not, but so it's giving me 19, 20, 19, 20, 19, 20. So there's nothing there. So there's nothing there. I always tip the coil, see if there's any iron around it. There's nothing there. And there's nothing there. So we are going to whip out that 1920. And we're going to see what that is. As I said, one of the things I am hoping for is that I've got some of my local sites that have got power lines on. I'm hoping that the Manticore is going to be a lot more shielded, and a lot more stuff is going to come out of these farms, because at the moment they appear to be, I'm just going to adjust that GoPro slightly, because every time I bend over you guys disappear. So yeah, so I think I can see something in there. Every time I come over, it plays absolute havoc, and I'm hoping the Manticore is going to freshen this site up. I've had a lot of stuff out of this farm, and I'm hoping the Manticore is going to find me more, because it's going to be a lot better underneath the power lines, which I'm hoping. Oh, look at that. And on that occasion, that's a big bit of aluminium there. Well, I thought it was a slightly bigger target, because when I was wiggling the coil front and back, it wasn't as pin sharp as it normally was. So I thought the signal was kind of like elongated slightly. I was getting a good signal here, and then I was moved the coil forward and forward and forward, and you'd still get a good signal until it dropped off. So that would indicate that that was like a slightly longer, but you know, aluminium gives a good signal, so these have got to be dug. You know, not great on the first one, but you know, it's all good skills, all good skills. Hi guys. Oh, sorry, I didn't. Is my pin pointer still on? No. I didn't video the screen on this. It was a bit iffy. There was a lot of iron around it, but I was convinced it was a separate target in amongst all the iron. It's in the sidewall, and I just thought I'm going to switch the GoPro on, because I don't know if you can see it. There's something green in. I don't know if I'm doing this justice. There's something. It's got a lovely green patina on it, and I don't know exactly what that is. I thought it might have been a copper coin, but I am just teasing that out, and I don't want to damage it anymore. It's got. I'm thinking it might be copper, because, or bronze. It's got a lovely green patina on it. Oh, I can see the end of it there. It's almost like it's kind of bracelet shaped. I don't know. Just revealing. What is that? That. Sorry guys, that was a big train. What is that? I mean, it might be nothing, and I might be just dreaming that it's something. There we are. We've just loosened that out. What the fudge is that? Well, that is interesting. It's not a bracelet, obviously, but it's quite heavy as well. Has that got some age to it? Answers on a postcard. Well, there we go. Copper alloy, bronzy type bent. I haven't got a clue what that is used for. Well, interesting anyway. There we go. Okay guys, next signal in is a little bit poppy and chirpy. I've just flicked back to multi for a moment. I'm literally right next to a pylon. I think, I don't know, it's almost like it depends on how much power is going through these. 1 minute is okay, next minute is unusable. I've had to flick down to about 10 kilohertz in a couple of places, but I've got a 1819. It's a tiny little iron flute, but I'm not too worried about that. Very strong audio. Nothing there. Again, 19 Knox is giving me the same numbers. It's very, very sure. Very sure. So let's have a look what our 1819 is going to give us. Hopefully that crunch was a stone. Okay. Still in the hole. Oh goodness me. Oh blimey. Oh yeah, I can see that is a stone, thank God. Not a big bit of iron. I tell you what, a few days of dry weather and this ground is really stiffened up. It's gone rock hard. Okay, let's have a look in the hole. Oh, I just turned it off. Okay, is that in the loose or is that in the side? Let's have a look. That is out, and I can see something round. And I tell you what, oh dear, this can't be one of my, I know it seems ludicrously easy for a bucket lister, but is that I have never ever, can you believe that I found a trade? I think that's a trade weight. That is a trade weight. Oh God, I've never ever found one. That is absolutely banging. For me personally anyway, I have never found a trade weight, and that is a lovely example. I think there is something on that, like a crown or a rose or something. I might need to take a look into that. I'm not an expert on what that exactly. It might be a coin weight as well. It could be a coin or a trade weight. That is about, I'll tell you what, that's made my day. That has made my day. Oh, let's just clean it up a little bit more. I'll get that in the towel. Oh God, that has really made my day. Okay. So that is definitely, that has got a crown and that's got a GR on it. Georgian coin weight trade. Oh, that is brilliant. That is a lovely find. There we go. One Georgian coin trade weight. Brill. So next target in, guys. Wow, I've got a banger here. I'm thinking let's drag all the skills I've got to figure out if it's rubbish or not. Okay, so come across this signal. Very tight signal. Look at that, 22, 23, 22, 23. There's nothing there. There's the target under the coil bolt. Its signal is kind of starting there and then gets louder. So I'm thinking that is that, and I'm lifting the coil right off the ground. That is another top trick. That has got to be a huge piece of iron. Look at that. There is no way that is anything else. So there you go. Look at that. I'm nearly 18 inches off the ground and I'm still getting a 22, 23 on that one. So that we are going to walk on by. Okay, got another one here. It's a bit of a funny one. I'm going to dig it out anyway. I've decided. So nice audio, quite strong audio. Knox is giving me 17, 18, 17, 18, the odd 16. There's some shenanigans going on around it, but not enough to put me off. 16, 17. See, actually, I'm in multi at the minute. Let's do the little trick where we drop that Knox down into 10 kilohertz, and let's check that again, shall we? Right, 10 kilohertz really does not like that. Is that still a signal? that's still a signal there. There's nothing there. There's a bit of iron there. Do you know what? I know there's a lot of iron going on around it, but I reckon that is a separate signal. Right, let me just flick that back into multi before I forget to change it. I know there's a lot of iron around that. There's just something that in my mind is definitely a separate target. I don't mind being proved wrong, because that's the only way that we learn, but that is definitely, in my mind, a separate target. And there it is. Right, what was that? I forgot what the numbers were because I was concentrating on the sounds, but what was it, 17, 18? Something like that, wasn't it? Where are you? Right, I can see something. Do you know what? That's a little buckle. That's a tiny little buckle. There we go. So, I mean, we had a little bit of a play around there. There was iron everywhere, all around here, but something again was just telling me that that was a separate signal, and that is what the Nox does. I know the Manticore is going to do exactly the same thing as the Nox. You know, I mean, perhaps the trace screen on the Nox would have given me an extra bit of information and show the iron and the buckle on the screen at the same time, maybe. You know, but I'm just going by my ears. You know, the Nox, that 800 still has got the ability to pick out those bits and pieces. You've just got to. It's twofold, really. You got to listen for to me, it was a strong audio. It was a strong audio. And then I know you're hearing iron. It's giving you. I've got the iron turned up slightly so you guys can hear it. Normally I have it turned down a little bit lower, but it just and that in conjunction with the numbers, the Nox. It just keeps trying to tell you 17, 18, 17, 18, 17, 18. You know, it's jumping up and down, waving its arms, saying, look, there's something down there as well as the iron, and that is the result of that. Okay, so nice little buckle in amongst the iron. Okay, got a really interesting one here. Oh, hello, baby girl. Oh, hello. All right, are you eating the Nox, are you? Right, okay. No, don't do that. Yeah, baby. Okay, sorry about that. Distracted by the horses. They're really friendly. No, don't eat me. Right. Okay, I've got an interesting one here. Now, very quickly, I am right in the middle of the field. I know I've said it before, and this is probably going to be a bit of foil, but there again, I'm going to say it again. Now, I've had this field has been gone over by so many detectorists because they got a whiff that I found 8 hammers in this very small field. Now, I've just come over here. I've had to drop down to 15 kilohertz because I'm right underneath the power lines, as some of my previous videos. Oh, baby girl, come on. No. Don't eat the Nox. So anyway, okay, this horse is really... Okay, so I've got a signal here. And a minute ago, before the horse, it was giving me 910. Now that is a really strong audio, right in the middle of where we've had all the hammered, and they've not picked this up. And the amount of people that have gone over this is, so this is going to come out. Oh, there's a 9. There's the 9. So let's just. and that is indicating quite deep actually. So that is going to come out, and I'm hoping that might be something quite interesting, because I'll let you into a little secret. The day out here was the day one I had my GoPro, and I dug I think 6 hammered on the first day, and I videoed every single one of them, and I can see that right there, right in the top, and that is a flipping shotgun cap. But that is how it goes. We'll check the hole again. That's bloody shotty. So that was fluctuating a little bit. Oh god, I mean, I hope that was a hammered, but it could have been. Let's have a quick double check. Yeah, when I dug all the hammered last time, I had at the end of the day I got back to the car and I'd left the bloody lens cap on. Yeah, so that was that. Okay, so that was a shotty on this. Okay, nice signal here, guys, into the early 20s. Show you the screen. Bit of iron there. 25, 24, 25, 26. Desperately trying to give me 25. Nothing there. Bit of nothing really there. So it's completely isolated. There, let's check it at 90. There's nothing there. Look at those numbers. They're jumping about a little bit, but those are great numbers. Let's have a look at that, because that, look at that, because again, those numbers are kind of knocking on the door of larger copper or silver coin, something quite conductive. Still in the hole, which is nice. Oh, my horsey friend is here again. Maybe. There she is. She always keeps me company, don't you? Right, okay. Right, so that is most definitely out. Let's have a look. No, don't eat the knocks, I've told you before. Okay, so let's have a look in here. Oh wow, look at that. We got, hello baby. Is that a buckle? That looks like an iron buckle. Okay, so let's put that on the ground. Why did that give us a good signal? That is giving us a good signal because it's probably round. That's why. So there we go. Is there anything underneath that? A minute. Let's check that there's. Right. So there's nothing underneath that to contaminate that signal. Let's investigate this. So in my article in Identifying Iron, I talk about tipping the coil. So we know that there's nothing underneath that. So it's under the coil bolt. It's going to give you a really good signal. So you pull that away. You suddenly start trying to get that iron grunt as it tips on the edge. And then as you get over the top, it gives you that good. Can you see that? I always tip the coil. Now let's go, that's in 15 kilohertz actually, so let's just have a look what that would have given us in multi. Still would have given us a good signal. I think it's because it's round, but yeah, I mean we all. Oh god, the Knox is going crazy again. Because I'm right under the power lines. Okay, so I mean, it's round. It's gonna confuse most detectors. So yeah, just a little insight there. Okay, got an interesting one here, guys. I'm gonna dig it anyway because I think I don't know, something in my brain is telling me it's a separate target. It's really busy around it. You can. Where is it? It's giving me. The numbers are fluttering, but I think it's because there's iron around it. That is such a good audio. I think there's something there. There's just iron everywhere around that, but I think that is a separate target in amongst all of that iron. So I'm going to take that out. We're going to see what that is. God, that ground is hard. Well, can you hear the iron still in the hole? And then a separate target. So let's have a look what that is. To be honest, I don't really care what it is at the minute. I just really glad that I managed to pick that out of something between all the iron. Okay, and I'm not quite sure what that is. What is that? So that looks like, okay, I mean, on this occasion it's some malted lead. Is that lead or is that aluminium? I don't know, it's quite light, might be aluminium. It's some non-ferrous, but you saw all of, in fact, let's check that hole again and I will show you. There was, before we dug that, you saw that there was iron everywhere, didn't you? Look, iron. There's probably more of it in there. But how busy that is, and we picked out something non-ferrous from that. So there you go, tribute to the Knox again. Oh Christ, guys, I don't believe this. It's been a long 2 to 3 hours, and the ground is so hard. I'm almost on the verge of giving up. I've moved into a new field. I've had some bits and pieces out of here, and I've just had a signal which was floating 10, 11, 12, 10, 11, 12, couldn't make up its mind, and I've just dug it out and I thought, oh, I just can't be bothered to switch on the GoPro, and I think I've gone and found a hammered. I haven't got my glasses on yet. It's right there. It was 10, 11, 12. I flicked it. It was so thin. I thought, oh gee, that's a hammered. Yeah, that looks like a long one. Let me very quickly put my glasses on there and wash that off. Oh, gee, honest, the amount of times that I've taken out the GoPro and I've not pressed play and I've had hammer. Oh God, that has made my day. Yeah, you can quite clearly see that is a little long cross. Oh, sorry guys. Let me just very quickly gently brush that. Oh, that is absolutely made my day today. Look at that. It's not as silvery as I hoped. I hope it's not a forgery, but that's it. Might clean up a little bit. Let me have a brush on that side. Yeah, 10, 11, 12. Those low numbers you just cannot ignore on this farm. Yeah, it's it's a little bit beaten up. I can see EDW, yeah, so it's an Edward. There's a little long cross. I'm not quite sure what the size, whether it's a penny or a halfpenny. Looks like a penny. So I've got a trade weight, a coin weight, and a hammered today. Fantastic. Happy days. Okay, I got a really shaky 1819 here. It's fluttering about the place. I've just checked it, there's nothing around it. But what will happen with that hammered and me not videoing it for you, it's really peed me off a little bit, so I'm going to try and video a little bit more. This is a very shaky, I don't hold much hope out for this, but in fact that signal stiffened up a little bit now, so it's still in the hole. It's really dry and really stony. It's just really difficult to dig. I'm gonna have to try and get in there with the digger, I think. Let's see if we can find it first. Okay, so I can't even find it with the pinpointer. That's not great, is it? May have to come back to you guys. Okay, I'm back. Holy moly, that was some tough digging to get out. I don't know if you can just see that in the side, in the bottom of that hole there. There we go. I don't know if that was me that's caught that. Okay, so it's obviously a penny. So we've got, so that looks like an Edward the 7th. So yeah, lovely patina on that coin. What date would that be on there? Looks like maybe I haven't got my glasses on. Maybe 1905. So yeah, another coin. Great stuff. Okay, guys, got one here. It's about 13, 14, flick it up to 16. Strong audio though, even though it's kind of messing me around a little bit. You can just hear there's a slight shake in the audio. Numbers are bouncing about a bit. Let's whip that out and see what that is. I'm not leaving anything to chance now. There's any number of reasons why those numbers could be bouncing around a little bit. Something else down there with it. Oh dear, can I see? Oh, look at that. Oh dear, why did I not check that in 10 kilohertz? Let's check that in 10 kilohertz. See what happens. See that? It's going up. See how high those numbers? That was originally 13, 14, 15, 16. Look at the way those numbers have jumped up into the high 20s, into the 30 and 10 kilohertz. That is a telltale sign of iron. But on this occasion, I didn't bloody check it. So it gave me no cause to check it really. Usually these types of things come in, as I've said before, in the early teens, you know, from 13, 14 up to about 17, you know, for the time it takes. I usually do have a quick check in 10 kilohertz, but that is the reason why, you know, if there's ever an element of doubt, check it in 10. If the numbers shoot up into the 20s, early 30s, it's iron like that. That's I mean, I'm glad that we dug that, just so we could demonstrate that, you know, in multi you'll get a 13, 14, 15, 16, flutter about a little bit, check it in 10, shoots up. So there you go.